Hey there, geeks and freaks. Welcome back to Let's Get Critical, an actual play D&D podcast. Thanks for listening and enjoy the show. Previously on The Static Between Worlds, the Hazard Club ventured beneath the carnival into hidden tunnels where they found Ivan, the so-called lab rat freedom fighter, turning animals into cyborg nightmares. With Trash the raccoon held hostage and Jeff the cyborg seagull leading swarms of rats and weasels, the fight raged until Ivan was struck by an arcane paradox that began to twist his body. He made a quick escape as the lair's self-destruct tore through the tunnels. The kids narrowly escaped just ahead of the collapse. But not before Madonna was cornered by Nina, the spokesperson from Vanth, who seemed to know far more than she should. 3 weeks have passed since, and no word has come from Vanth or from Nina. Three weeks have passed since the events at the carnival. We're going to pick up with Jimmy, young Jimmy. As the 3 weeks have passed, you have not seen anything from Agent Torque, Agent Kipler. Nina Falls has been at school almost every day, and there's been a significant push for these extracurricular activities with VAMP. Posters, different people are beginning to go. You're starting to even see some new construction for, new auditoriums and new football stadiums and things like this occurring. What would Jimmy have been doing these 3 weeks?
So Jimmy, who is now freshly paladin, wants to get some armors. He would have 100% stopped at like an army surplus, picked up like a bulletproof vest or something. Kind of
wearing it to school.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
Underneath his regularly scheduled polo, he's got just bulletproof vest, very clearly and bulkily walking around with this on.
You seem like people still view you as a weirdo, but you feel like it's for an entirely different reason now, as you're going through the halls. Everyone seems to be kind of keeping their heads down, but on one eventful Tuesday, let's say, you see that your buddy Max comes running up to you. Jimmy!
Hey, what's up, man? Been a minute. What's up, buddy?
First of all, you look a little bulky. Are you okay?
Long story.
Okay.
I've got a little bit of protection, if you know what I mean. And he's gonna wink at him.
Oh, with the lady. Right.
No, no, that's not what I meant.
Oh,
just what were you gonna tell me?
Oh, you remember our secret project? Give you a massive wink right in the middle of the hallway.
Yeah, buddy, yeah.
I think I've cracked the code.
And he cuts him off and he grabs him by the shoulder and he ushers him over to a nearby general closet. Hey, let's step into my office, my friend.
Okay. You open the door to the janitor's closet and you see there's a couple teenagers in there making out.
Sorry, I'll use the other one.
You make your way through the other side of school to find the other janitor's closet. And
this one.
It is in fact empty.
Into my office.
You both step in and Jimmy's like, I finally figured it out. I just had to figure out how to boost the range.
Okay.
He's gonna pull out his backpack and pull it out. There's been this weird guy. He keeps reaching out. But don't worry, I haven't said anything. He keeps calling out for someone called the Static Man.
Okay.
I haven't responded, but he seemed really adamant about meeting them.
Oh, I see. That's to kind of fill you in. You're obviously our guy in the chair. You need to be just as part of this team as anybody else. Obviously, of course. But Static Man was our friend. He's the old guy that I was telling you about. That was crazy, and gave us the beeping backpack and all that other fun stuff. Yeah, that's him. Yeah, we need to bust him out then, probably, huh?
Yes, and even as the conversation is happening, you hear from the radio, This is Space Ranger to Static Man. Come in, Static Man.
Jimmy's gonna click the button. Hey, Static Man has been apprehended. This is Jimmy, his freshly powered friend. We need to bust him out. Over.
There isn't super long pause as he finally just says, "Come again, over."
The Static Man, the old man, he's been apprehended by the authorities. We are and this is gonna sound crazy, but if you've seen as much crazy shit as I have since you've known the Static Man, maybe it won't be as hard to believe. He was attacked in a roller rink with all of us by a bunch of animatronics who really just honestly slapped the living hell out of him. He just got completely owned multiple times by these animatronics. And after all of that, multiple instances of brain injury, he was apprehended. We managed to kind of get away scot-free. We've been lucky a handful of times now, but he's in the hands of the authority, and they don't seem like they're going to be too friendly with our friend. Over.
Another long pause as the only thing you hear him say is he safe? Over.
He's in their hands. There's no telling.
If you are who you say you are, what do you know of the device? Over.
Guess it depends on what kind of device you're talking about. If you're talking about the teddy bear, we definitely still have it. If you're talking about a device that maybe potentially gave a bunch of people powers, then we maybe don't have as much of an idea about the device per se. But about everything else, maybe we know a little bit more. Over.
Prove that you're a friend. What is the song? Over.
Song. The songbird. The file. The songbird.
Yeah, the files that we got. We have read.
Project Songbird.
I mean, Jimmy's a nerd.
Yeah, I would have definitely looked over it if I would have grabbed it in the last couple of weeks, right?
So you all have poured over this file, and it is heavily redacted. You are government file labeled top secret. You see in the side margins of the papers, though, it seems that a sloppy writing has been added, and it would be safe to assume it's probably the writing of Ivan, as he has almost used it as a diary that he's tried to reverse engineer what the project actually is from his memories. Without getting into too much detail of what he actually wrote, you realize that he was able to observe quite a bit about Mr. Vander. And from what he wrote about Mr. Vander, the things that he was doing was truly sadistic. Experimenting on all kinds of animals, experimentation on all types of people. From what he could ascertain, a large part of his studies had to do with sound and with frequencies. In some of the margins, you even see question marks for one keyword, transmutation, and another keyword, mind control, question mark. That's going to be all that's in the notes, though, as again, everything that you're seeing is pretty heavily redacted. You see some mentions of the project, and Vander's name is mentioned, but nothing that really gives away any of the details of what it was, other than for Project Songbird, whatever it was concluded to be a success. And one more thing I'll give you from the files, this does seem to be something directly related to the Cold War with the Zemanians.
Okay.
What is the song? Over?
The song.
A success.
Could I give it a history check to see if maybe this was a reference to like the tape or something that maybe John is not remembering, but possibly Jimmy would?
Sure.
Okay. This is a disadvantage too, isn't it?
Nope.
Oh no, we're freshly rested.
You're fresh. It's been 3 weeks.
Lord. 16.
You distinctly remember that there was no music playing in that video.
Unless this has something to do with Project Songbird, I don't have any idea what song you'd be talking about.
Another long silence as he says, "If you are who you say you are, bring Vander to the rendezvous point we have discussed. He will know. Do not contact me on this again."
But we need to get him out together. You're not going to help me?
Space Ranger, over and out. And the line goes dead.
No. Oh my god. Hey, well, Max, you did a great job, buddy. I just want to tell you, thank you so much. This was some really high-level stuff that I really dropped on you, and you really came through, man. Really, like we greatly appreciate it. But
Yeah, I'm a little concerned. I had to kind of hack into some systems to get some schematics for this, but I think I covered my tracks pretty good.
I have no doubt that you covered your tracks well, my friend.
Have you seen what they're trying to do for our AV club? Like, Vance is really doing some cool stuff.
Yeah, like what?
It's just really cool. Go ahead and give me an insight check.
Oh no.
Is our man in the chair a mole?
No. It's it. Mind control. Mind control. They've been bringing in the teens in groups.
Uh-oh.
What'd you say it was?
Insight.
It's a 10.
But he's a little spacey today.
Yeah, I appreciate that, Max. I'll go ahead and take this off your hands, my friend. And Jimmy's gonna quickly shove it in his backpack and try to act kind of nonchalant as he leaves.
Yeah, you leave. And we are going to leave this scene with you as we move on to Madonna, who you have been keeping your head down for the last 3 weeks. Is there anything specifically that you would have done, anyone you would have reached out to?
So Madonna is trying to play it cool. She's playing the undercover, like, hiding from the cops. Like, she totally doesn't want to get, bagged by the fuzz. But she also doesn't want to drag her friends down. So she's, like, been casually, like, pretending to bully them and, like, shoulder checking them and putting notes in their hands and, like, y'all figure anything out? Like, has anything changed? You guys doing okay? Just, like, checking in, trying to figure out, things without dragging them down with her, because obviously the police are on the manhunt for her and Nina's here for her, so she's been dodging her specifically.
Oh, hey, we're in the living room. What is this? And Jimmy unfolds the note.
They have eyes everywhere, Jimmy. Shut up. She runs down the hallway.
Okay, see you later. Bye.
What does the note say?
The note says, Beth, what does the note say?
The note says, find anything new about the Static Man? Any news?
How on earth am I supposed to respond to this? And Jimmy just sits in the living room contemplating this for the rest of the night.
You can just go talk through her door.
You try to hide throughout the 3 weeks, but there is one person that seems to be approaching you as Roxy Bloodaxe, about halfway through, actually we're going to say the same day as this stuff's going on with Jimmy, comes up to you, a little nervous for such a cool person, as she goes, hey, kind of awkwardly.
So, Madonna's usually nervous around her, but she's like twitchy. Like, she hasn't slept like very much at all for the last 3 weeks. She's been ducking and hiding. She's got her collar up like around her ears. She's like, hunching her shoulders. She's, hey Roxy, how's it going? Trying to keep it low right now. Might have some cops on my tail, I'm not sure.
Oh, okay. She's gonna lean her hand against the locker room wall like she did the last time y'all met. She just tries to play it off cool, but you can see a little bit of almost resentment in her face as she goes, so have you been avoiding me?
No, I mean, she kind of lost her nervousness for a bit just because she's so sleep deprived and stressed about the cops. She's like, I mean, so the thing is we kind of blew up some shit, and it wasn't great, and I'm kind of trying to avoid being arrested. So I'm not avoiding you, but I'm avoiding everyone. I'm trying to not get caught by the cops and dragged away for the rest of my life. I'm just, it's not you. It's the explosions. She's gonna shrink into herself.
Give me a persuasion roll.
It's cocked.
Reroll. We always honor it.
Okay, that's a 19.
19. She seems a little bit more cheerful, and she goes, okay, well, don't keep me waiting too long. And she'll kind of kiss you on the cheek and go, by the way, did you see that Vanth is building a whole new music auditorium for us? Kind of crazy, but could be cool.
She's self-destructing. She just got a kiss from her crush. She's changing into a completely different color. There's steam rising off the top of her head. She great. Yeah, great. Her shoulders are no longer around her ears. They're melted into her boots. She's just vibrating, short-circuiting.
Maybe you should check and talk with that Nina chick.
She's one of the cops out to get me, man. I can't do that.
Okay. She'll walk off, and we will leave you as we move on to young Sienna. What would Sienna have been doing the last 3 weeks? Just going through school, everyone's trying to act casual.
So, I have a question for you, Mr. DM. Can Trash be my loyal, son now? Can he have come back?
He's
never let go of him.
Thick as thieves,
We're gonna
Feed him.
weapon. Like he Ivan is out there and he's his biggest op and he's afraid he's coming back for him, and all he has to defend him is little old me.
She's been feeding him.
Have speak with animals as a spell.
No.
You can call Jimmy into it.
If you can get Jimmy into this, we can make a very critical roll to see whether Trash will agree to stay with you and Aunt Celeste in the tea shop.
Can we say like Jimmy took pity on me because my parents have died?
That's gonna be up to Jimmy.
I'm serious.
Would
Can
Jimmy
you, like,
try to help
look,
this
I just
happen?
need you to look after her. She doesn't have anybody but this kooky aunt. Like,
You know, you're making pretty valid points. You know, I wouldn't want you to be alone with the dead parents and all. Like, if you really need an emotional support animal, I think I could talk to Trash. I obviously can't speak for him, but he is a homie. He doesn't want somebody else to be, he doesn't want somebody else to be in distress. So
I was trying to, get that weasel so he could be my emotional support animal, but you saw how
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
went.
sign Trash up for that.
yeah, you definitely
Totally didn't vaporize him. or
Yeah, you
anything.
definitely grabbed that one way too hard. But
Here is the scene that is occurring at Aunt Celeste's tea shop. We see at a dining room table, on one end is Sienna, right in the center is Jimmy, and on the very other end, propped up on a chair, is Trash the Raccoon,
one of the booster
like
cheeks.
twiddling his little claw thumbs.
Did Sienna like paint his nails and put a like rhinestone collar on him or anything?
Well, before we get to that,
Or before
we're
that.
actually
Drove
gonna play this
upstairs.
out to see what happens. So y'all are gonna have to figure out what this pitch is to get Trash to stay here.
So, hey, Trash, I know that this is kind of, informal. I know usually, diners aren't usually your thing, at least not the inside of them, usually the dumpster. But we're happy to treat you to a really, really nice meal here, all the spoil-free sausage and bacon you want. But my friend here, she's kind of she's grown an attachment to you, and she doesn't want anything bad to happen to you. She wants to make sure that she can protect you with every essence of her being, and I want to see that as well. At this point, Trash, you're associated with one of us. There's a massive target on your back, my friend.
I also need somebody to dig these holes when I find these tunnels.
She is saying that she is super supportive of the fact that you're a raccoon, and she wants to make sure that you're well fed at all times.
Realistic raccoon face just turns to Amanda. He starts like nervous tapping the table. He says, "And she won't be doing anything against my religion?"
I can tell you without a shadow of a doubt that your life and anybody you care about is not in jeopardy.
Well, yeah. You see, the way of the clean paw, though, it has to do with valuing all life, not just.
The clean paw. Well, to be completely transparent with you, I guess explain a little bit to me, and I'll tell you yes or no.
What is he saying? Tell that little runt he owes me.
Trash is just expressing some concerns over your morals and kind of how you lead your life and how you plan
Same
to.
way he does. I go through every treasure through trash.
Okay, yeah, I will definitely let him know that. She says that she wants to take care of you. She wants to treat you just like a sweet baby puppy. She wants to give you the nicest bed and the best food. She said that she's for sure gonna abide by whatever you need, but just out of curiosity, what is it that you need?
He's gonna look at you and say, "First thing I need, and this is very important.
Okay.
I need that lady to stop looking at me." You all look over to the doorway to the kitchen, and you just see Aunt Celeste with a kitchen knife over her chest, staring and muttering to herself.
Aunt Celeste, not this one. Not this one. This is my friend.
She's got a pretty good reign on the old woman. I think you're definitely, well, I don't think I know.
Would you like some tea?
Aunt Celeste, no. Tell Trash no. Tell tea
You're
bad.
definitely in the clear. Avoid the tea and you will live.
Is that what I ate? Jesus. Okay. What else do I need? Well, it's kind of non-negotiable. It's one of three tenets. All life has to have some sacred value.
Okay.
That's why we,
Totally fair.
we scavenge what other people left behind.
She agrees.
Does she?
Agree to what?
All you hear is that when he's talking to him, right? Right? You're so-
What am I agreeing to?
We're just checking to make sure that morally he's comfortable being with you because he feels like you are how do I put this lightly? A psychopathic potential murderer. So he's afraid that morally you might slay a bunch of innocent creatures that he may consider friends and or just other compatriots in life, and that just doesn't align with his moral compass.
Well, you tell him, as long as he writes their names in the guest book when they enter the shop, they have nothing to worry about.
You know, he might actually take some solace in that. I will use that. Let's just leave it at that before you run that dry. She said that you and any of your friends that enter the tea shop and enter your name in that guest book over there, that apparently anybody who comes in here is in the clear.
Can she read raccoon?
I'll write it for you. What would you like me to put in there?
First tenet, I think we're comfortable with. Okay, second tenet, we give up material possession, which is why we have to kind of find the other material possessions when we are hungry.
Okay.
Neat things.
Yeah, no material possessions from you. You're just gonna scavenge until you find material possessions. Understood.
That's right.
Little contradictory, but I understand.
And there is we do have a little bit of a Robin Hood situation happening.
Okay.
Give to the less fortunate. That's sort of the third tenet. Once we get that, we of course reach transcendence and become a messenger for the gods.
Okay. But up until this point, you've kind of been just giving to yourself. So
Now hang on. When have I just been given to myself?
What did you just say to offend him? He looks offended.
he's totally chill. He's cool. He's cool.
Have I taken anything that's not trash?
You have not.
Have I not warned you of danger that could potentially end the world?
You know what, Trash? Initially, I thought you were way in the wrong, but the more you speak, the more logic you make, my friend. Dude, you're one sharp raccoon. I'll tell you.
Okay, we gotta get out of this soup. Both of you give me a persuasion.
I'm over here copying down furiously on my notes the religion of raccoons.
Woo! 21.
He has agreed to take up residency at Aunt Celeste's tea shop. He will not be accompanying you to school, but he will stay as long as he's not murdered in his sleep by Aunt Celeste.
All right, so you're rolling a d20 each day to see if he wakes up, right?
We are definitely doing that. We're gonna pray he never hits a nat 1, or he may wake up without a tail.
Oh my gosh.
So that happens. What else has she been up to?
So simultaneously, while they're like coming to their conditions and taking in Trash's demands, and I just have no idea what's going on, I am looking over this map for what seems like the 400,000th times. My eyes are really red. I haven't gotten much sleep. I just really want to figure out where these tunnels begin, and I wanted to ask, can I roll an investigation check on the fact over the past 3 weeks where I've probably, I don't know, gone to like City Hall to look at any archives that may match this?
Yes. Go ahead and give me an investigation check.
Okay, 15.
With a 15, there is one spot marked with an X on the map. You don't know what the X means. You do think from what you found at City Hall that you could find it.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and say, though, that you are at school the same Tuesday that Jimmy has talked to Max and that Madonna has talked to Roxy. And while at school, you're walking down the hallway. Early morning, no one's really visited the gymnasium yet, where the basketball court is. It looks dark. But as you walk by, you see something flicker in the window. What do you do?
Well, I'm out in the open, so I can't cast anything. Can I do insight? Does it maybe look familiar, this flash of light? Have I seen this before?
You only see it through the window on the door, and the inside of the room seems dark. If you would like to go into the room, you can.
I do. I want to go in the room.
You go into the room. The door crashes behind you. The lights are still out, and you wait for a few seconds. There's nothing but inky blackness seems to meet you, until out from under the floor itself, a spectral figure is floating up as your teddy bear backpack begins to...
The one who desecrated our graves. You are the one who would not let us rest.
Look, man, I'm really sorry,
shit.
man. I still got him. I could bring him back. Like,
Go ahead and give me a
light
wisdom
sage.
saving throw. Because of your halfling bravery, you do get to do this at advantage.
And that's the
So
higher
not
of the
a
two?
saving?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it'll be a wisdom
Okay.
saving.
Okay, 13.
13. You're able to shake the effects, but what you see makes your blood boil as the very vestige of death seems to flash upon her, and the entire room goes cold, and you are momentarily silenced by the look she gives you as she points a finger at you and says,
You have desecrated the place of death, and you must make up for it in your life. I was alive during the experimentation of Ander and Heath, and I was killed by the atrocities that they committed. It was covered up. I do not know why. I do not know how. But I do know the same experimentations that they did once long ago, they do again. You must now do this for me. Find out to preserve future life and stop these experimentations. Or I will haunt you for the rest of your days.
as she floats back through the bottom of the floorboards, and the room goes black again.
She never specified if I could keep the bones, though.
Oh my god, what?
You run out of the room and are back in the hallway as we now move on to Cassandra. What would Cassandra have been doing the last 3 weeks?
Okay, last 3 weeks, she has been. I have a question about Arcane Lock.
Yes.
Because it just says it takes an action to cast. Its range area is touch. It says verbal, somatic, and material components, so that's what I'm trying to check in on. Because it says gold dust worth 25 gold pieces, which the spell consumes.
It is consumable?
Yeah.
You will need 25, basically 25
Bucks per one.
per one.
And then
you
they
use.
just are there until they're dispelled.
Yeah, consumable is pretty much the only material component that I do require.
Got you. Then I guess my other question is, how much money do I have on me?
It should be on your sheet.
Oh, I've
Whatever you've got with your starting sheet,
Oh, okay. Why?
which you're noble, right? I'm going to say you probably have like 50. So you could probably cast it once if you wanted.
Okay, because I won't lie. In my inventory, I have absolutely nothing.
Okay, so you
Because
didn't
I
add it.
think
That's
when
no
it came
worries.
to starting
I
stuff,
believe
I
it's
think I
50.
didn't take anything because I was like, well, we don't have armor, or we don't have use
Yeah,
for, like,
I mean,
knives.
you had a noble background, right? Or was
Uh,
it Wizard Initiate?
Yeah, it might have been Wizard Initiate, or it might have been like Sage or something like
I'll
that.
say you have just enough to do it.
Just enough to do it once. Okay, cool. Then I would also like to say I never specified exactly what the book, my wizard spell book, looks like. It says in the spell that I have to have it has to be on a lock that already exists. If there's not a lock already on the book, can I spend my time building one into it?
Yeah, we can say you built a little clasp for it
In there now?
that has a little turn switch that will count as a lock if you want to cast the arcane lock upon this.
Awesome. Then that is the first thing I would want to do is do that, because it can't be unlocked by any non-magical means. And me and any creatures I designate when I cast the spell can open and close the object despite the lock. Or I can set a password, but I'm not going to set a password. I'm just going to designate who can open it.
Okay.
So that'd be myself, Madonna, and Uncle Bernard. And those are the
Understood.
only 3 who can open it.
Okay. Anything else that you would have done over the last 3 weeks?
The other, I think, 2 things is that we're trying to lay low, and this lady's been coming around school a lot. I can't think of another reason to instigate a skywrite, so I don't think she would have done another skywrite.
I will say Nina False would be trying to talk to you every single
day.
with the exact same request every time to join her for an after-school curricular program that she herself is running.
Right. Okay. Would I have been able to get away with pushing her away or dodging her for 3
You can
weeks?
say no. It's not required.
Okay, it's not required. Okay. The other thing is, I think she would have tried to have gotten in contact with her parents. I doubt she succeeded, though. It would have been one of those things
There
where...
would be no success on that.
Yeah.
I will say, though, the same day that all this is occurring, Mrs. Everfield would have tried to stop you
Oh.
and say, oh, Cassandra, what are you doing? You know you never came to my office.
Well, things just got so hectic.
I understand, darling. Well, there are some great new programs. Have you at all tried to join Nina Fals's program? It's wonderful, wonderful. I'll be either at the one after class.
What's that one entail?
A glassy look goes over her eyes when you ask this question, and you may insight if you'd like.
Yes, please. I would love to insight. Okay. Fucking hell, they hate me tonight.
You-
Huh?
Did your portent ties help you at all?
No, because they were both low as well.
Did you end up using your heroic?
I used my heroic
Okay.
inspiration to fail at saving.
Okay, so what was the roll?
Is a
This is a contested roll, so let me double check.
9.
I rolled a 9. Meets it beats. You see a flash in her eyes that feels like a cry for help.
God.
As
I-
she seems to ignore your question altogether and goes, after school, hun. Yeah?
Well, yes, well, you see, I do, perhaps, yes. And then I'm scrambling to think of something to say to keep her here because I would like to cast Detect Thought.
Yes, so for just surface level thoughts, I believe that's free, and then it's if you want to probe further, right? It's say,
Yeah, if I want to probe further, then I believe it's the attack save Wisdom 15.
okay, just give me a deception roll since you're casting it at school.
15.
Surface level thought that you hear from Marisol Everfield is a harmony or a melody that goes bum 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 bum.
Okay.
Would you like to probe further?
Yes, I would. And as I probe further, I'm just going to say, is there any fun stories about Madonna as a kid? She's so standoffish, and I'm just want to bond with her.
My goodness, is that epic? Let me tell you about
And
this
then I'll
time
tell
at the
it to you.
bathtub. You float into her mind's eye, and you struggle immensely as you feel two overlapping voices talking simultaneously in her mind. It's all muddled together. One sounds just like Marisol Everfield. The other one sounds similar, but at the same time very different.
Can I focus in on one to hear what the one that sounds very much like Marisol saying?
Yes, if you want to listen, you pick up bits and pieces, and it's something along the lines of be a good housewife, be a good teacher, be a good mother, play your part.
Okay, and then can I ditch that to focus in on the other one?
Yes, it is a language you don't understand.
It is? Okay. I'm trying to look and see what languages I have, because I thought I had quite a bit, but I may not. Where would my languages be?
It should be under, I believe, features and traits.
Features and traits? Okay.
We are looking for some sort of draconic dialect.
Oh, I swear I would have picked that, but I don't know for sure. So I can't. I don't see it. Oh no, I'm freaking out.
I'm going to try to help you find it real quick.
Thank you. Actions, it wouldn't be in skills, would it? I don't know. Oh, proficiencies in training, would that be? Yes, draconic. I have common, draconic, and elvish.
In a dragon-like accent, your mind eye perceives this other voice saying, "This isn't right. This isn't right. I need to get free."
Right, this isn't right. I need to get free in draconic.
In a draconic language.
Oh shit.
And so she finishes her story, and then if you believe it, her little booty cheeks sticking out of the bathtub as she's crying her eyes out. Oh God, you could only imagine. Anyways, can I expect to see you there after school?
If I can make it, I will absolutely be there. I just have to make sure I don't have any other, conflicting schedule.
What did you roll on the deception check again?
It was hold on, I rolled a 12, and I think it was a +3 deception, so I think a 15. I think a 15.
You see quickly up the hallway, Nina False is walking up towards both of you as she takes Miss Everfield and by both shoulders goes, and what are the two of you talking about today?
Well, you've done a great job with Miss Marisol. She's just convinced me to try and come to your Vamp after school program today.
I see. As she's going to look over to Marisol Everfield and look back to you. She's going to try to insight you.
Okay, so I'm doing another deception.
Do me a deception check.
Okay. Would it hurt or help if I drop detect thoughts?
It wouldn't matter.
Wouldn't do anything? Okay. Then I'll keep it going. Okay. Not terrible. Yeah, 14.
She eyes you for a long time and then kind of recomposes herself and says, "We'd love to have you." As she grabs Mrs. Everfield and says, "Come now, we mustn't keep Principal Thanku waiting. He's been expecting us." And very quickly ushers her off.
Can I send Lux after them?
Yes.
Up on the ceiling.
That
just
your
to
lizard?
Follow them. Yeah.
Absolutely. They are going to be heading towards the principal's office for Duran Dankthu, the dwarven principal. Would any of you at this point try to congregate together? Would you try to do this by yourself?
I am going to... Okay, let me see the range on the find familiar thing, because then I would want to, within that range, find a spot that I could hide.
Okay.
So that's what I for sure want to do, because I'm not going to look through Lux's. Lux's mission is to follow along on the ceiling, find out where they're going, and then try to hide in like a corner of the room or something where he could like have eyes on them. So that is what he's going to try to do. And he's white, remember, so he should be able to blend in with the ceiling decently. Find familiar. Let's see. And if he's within 100 feet of me, I can communicate with him. As a bonus action, I can see through his eyes and hear what he hears.
Yes.
So I'm just going to make sure I'm within 100 feet
Okay.
of the principal's office, and then find where I can hide. If I see any of them along the way, I'll grab them. Otherwise, I might try to find a janitor's closet.
I'm going to say, so you are all congregated together.
Okay.
You are able to find all of them.
Awesome.
Give me a perception check as you are trying to perceive what's going on in this principal's office.
Okay. So I can see what he sees and I can hear what he hears. I'm just gonna give you all the lowdown of something suspicious is happening. I sent Lux to go look. I need you guys to protect me while I do, because I won't be able to know what's happening. And then her eyes just go full white and roll up back in her head.
Oh, geez, okay. And Jimmy's just gonna kind of keep guard best he can.
Okay, finally I'm rolling better. 16 perception.
16 perception. It's muffled at first as you get the Mission Impossible music as your little lizard's going up across, dun, 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 dun,
His little
going
tongue's out.
across, and it finally kind of rests at a spot near the door where it can help you hear conversation. You can't see it very well, but you hear Principal Dankthu going, "Now really, what else could we be giving you at this point? We've given you full access of the school." And Miss False goes, "And we can take away our funding at any point. You know what this was. If this is not confirmation of what I've been saying for our reconnaissance this entire time, I don't know what is. What's the point of this if it's not the children?" You hear a fourth voice in the room that you weren't expecting, of a high elven man. He chips in and says, "Really, Dankthu, whatever we need to do, we can always find a way to come up with a good spin for it. After all, Mayor Vervain stands behind Van."
Mayor Vervain.
You know that name, and has a certain elven daughter
Oh yeah.
who sent y'all to a party that does not exist. At this point, they seem to be dispersing from the room.
Okay, then I'll have Lux make his way back to me.
Okay, so your lizard has scurried back to you. You are now with the rest of your group.
Yes. Go ahead and tell y'all, because I can speak while I'm hearing and everything.
Yeah.
So I would have just, as they were talking, I would have been saying what they were saying, and I would have described principal, and then said the word, and then Nina, and then fourth voice, don't know who, and then said what he was saying verbatim. And then as I come out of it, I go, "You know how I can sometimes look into someone's head, right? Or did I ever explain that? I can do that."
I think Madonna's trying to listen in while not attracting attention at all. She's like shoved a note in Jimmy's hand.
Janitor's closet.
What on earth
really?
is what on
But
earth is this?
she still thinks the cops are watching.
Jimmy
We learn.
Jimmy opens it up. What does it say?
The note just has "What's the hot goss?"
And he relays that to Cass.
Okay, so the hot goss. I ran into your mother earlier.
Okay.
I think she's been enchanted or bespelled or something.
I bet it was that cop bitch.
She's been mind controlled.
No, nonsense. All we do is grab the day by the horns.
No, I looked into her head and she had two voices talking at the same time, and she gave me a look that said it was a cry for help.
Oh.
So we have to kill the cop.
One voice sounded like hers, and it just kept repeating a mantra. Be a good housewife, be a good teacher, be a good mother, play your part.
Oh, that's part of her morning affirmations. Yeah, that's the motherly roll tape. Yeah, I don't listen to that one usually.
Okay. And then there was one in Draconic, and
Okay.
it said, "This isn't right. I need to get free."
That doesn't sound familiar at all. I don't think I've heard it. I don't think I've heard that tape at all. It must be one I haven't gotten on yet.
Okay, Jimmy.
Madonna's just gonna put a hand on his shoulder. Someone's got her. I think we've got to kill the cop. I do. I think we got to take her out.
Don't know. Okay, who is the cop you're referring to?
Of course, I'm talking about the dragon lady, the one that keeps like, everyone's talking about her and like, all the programs she has after school and shit.
Yeah,
like,
she's not a cop.
She feels like a cop.
She's a Vanth representative. She's much worse.
My uncle is the sheriff.
Okay, so here's the thing: is your uncle's like a deadbeat cop? Like, no offense, but like we love him because he's on our side.
Oof.
But all the other cops, I don't trust the other cops. Down with
Alright,
the system.
I'm going to put a pin in that and unpack it later. 'cause
I'm
we
so
just don't
sorry,
have
Cass, that
time.
you had to find out this way, but the cops aren't on our side at all.
He's better than my aunt will ever be, if that makes you feel better.
Someone give me a history check.
Yes. Are we all just doing it?
Yeah, go for
Okay.
it.
This is one of the things. Hopefully.
Madonna only got an 8.
Doesn't seem like you were that good at it.
19.
I said I was good at history, not rolling dice. If tonight's done anything, it's shown I'm not good at that. Okay.
15 for Jimmy.
15?
24.
24. This was going to be really tough.
Okay.
The culture of Zemania is deeply rooted in being the birthplace of dragons. And as such, it is a draconic language that it speaks.
I learned Draconic for business purposes. My parents put me in the class.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, y'all continue.
Want to sound like a conspiracy theorist, Madonna, but
Down with man.
from what I remember in some of my tutors' history classes, Zemania is the birthplace of dragons and culturally rooted. So
Oh yeah, obviously.
yeah, see, you know.
Yeah,
And-
Jimmy's like tugging at his collar. Yeah, definitely.
You all suddenly notice that Jimmy's wearing a bulletproof vest under his polo as he just starts pulling his collar a little bit.
Madonna's gonna like rip his collar down.
Whoa,
Man,
whoa,
that's
you're
cool.
gonna
Why aren't
stretch
you-
it.
Why aren't you wearing it on the outside?
Are we not trying to keep a low profile anymore?
I mean, but it looks so much cooler on the outside with like some straps and stuff. Like maybe a holster.
I don't think that any of these cops that are constantly at our school now are gonna think that it's cool. I think that's gonna make me, suspect number one.
Well, I mean, maybe, unless you change your whole aesthetic.
Give me a group stealth check.
We're just all in there.
So Madonna got 18.
no.
That's a 12 for Jimmy.
23.
Oh, thank God. 3.
Wait. It's a group stealth check, or each individual of us is trying to.
It is averaged out. I'm doing the math in my head right now.
Okay. You guys all rolled really high. I'm hoping. I'm over here talking about dragons and draconic shit and I'm starting to get into the rant.
You hear the sound of breathing outside the door.
Is the space underneath the door small enough for Lux to peek through?
Yes.
I'm gonna send him down and look through his eyes real quick. He's gonna peek from under the door. He's gonna jump down and then and then slide and then wriggle on his back until he can peek up and then look up and see who's there.
The individual you see is Roxy Bloodaxe door.
Oh shit.
Do we know how long she's been there? Do we have any idea? No.
You have no idea.
And I'm gonna to everyone and go.
Madonna's gonna like try to hide in the shadows, slink back into the corner of the closet, like put
Yeah.
her collar up.
Yeah, I definitely think we should go back to, Roxy's dad's bar sometime. Yeah, I definitely think that's a good idea. That was total jam fest, am I right? That was...
It was a lot of fun.
Check.
And Jimmy's
very
just
fun.
profusely sweating. That was just
I'm
so
still
cool.
looking through his eyes.
Yeah, give me a deception check.
That is a 19.
You hear the footsteps start to walk away.
She's gone.
I think she's leaving.
Oh, thank God.
And I look through his eyes.
Guys.
So she leaving, actually. She really is.
She's left.
Guys, they've got everybody. It's us versus the school.
Oh.
Max was the same way. They've got everybody at this point. We can't trust anybody.
Do you think they would like brainwash a teenager into kissing me?
Oh,
Like,
that's very
like,
dark.
just like, it's just a question. I don't know.
That's completely random.
Hypothetical.
How on earth would that ever be relevant? God.
Hypothetical. Jimmy, shut up. Hypothetical. Do you think?
Jimmy, stranger things have happened up to this point.
Ah, shit.
I
Madonna's
think-
gonna like pop up her collar and close her jacket all the way and like run out of the closet.
Wait,
Okay.
So you got some options now. There is that extracurricular class.
Oh yeah, I'll tell the rest of them because she left before I could do that. I'll tell you that Nina has been trying to get me into some sort of after-school program. I think that's how they're doing whatever it is they're doing to the students and the faculty and whatever it is. I think that's how they're mind controlling people. We might want to do it if we're planning on figuring out how and maybe stopping it. But if we don't want to do it yet, then we need to definitely avoid it until we're all together to do it.
I think we've got two things we primarily need to do. We definitely need to get into Vanth.
Mhm.
And we definitely need to get the Static Man out. I've got some shit I need to tell y'all. And I just drop everything that Max told me and everything that I spoke to the dude on the radio about.
And I'll have, before he did that, when he's about to drop stuff, close the door again and have Lux peeking underneath, watching for anybody trying to... He's going to be lookout and my eyes are white again.
No one else seems to come. You do relay the information, so you know that there is someone called Space Ranger. He is in correspondence with Vander, and there is discussion of a rendezvous point.
Can I, knowing now Jimmy's portion of the conversation, the mention of what the song is, Project Songbird, some of the information we knew about experiments and things, and the melody I remember from her head, is there anything I can put together there? Or any direction that could lead me to, like,
I'm
anything
gonna say
that
it all
he-
seems similar. I'm think the only thread that you're gonna be able to tell from all of this is in the specialization of Vander's work. There is something that his work on frequency relates to every project that he has handled.
Okay. So I'll just let both of you know there was a song inside your mother's head, and I think that might be related to Project Songbird. I think maybe the frequency, the melody, that might be how they're controlling it, or part of whatever they're doing.
Madonna would definitely want to be part of this conversation.
Too bad she ran away.
She's heartbroken, man.
somewhere she cries, and it's not for Roxy. She doesn't know. When is the after-school program thing?
Right after school.
Right after?
It's in a classroom.
It's in a class.
I could always go by myself.
That sounds like a terrible idea.
Yeah, it does, and I don't
It
want
seems
to,
like
but
this
I can
after
go with her.
It seems like this after school program might be the brainwashing of the whole operation.
Yeah, I think so.
Maybe, and just hear me out. We'll definitely need to get Madonna involved in this one, but I've thought about this a few times. That bag that she has stretches as big as she needs. And when I shapeshift, everything that I'm carrying comes with me. So, what if all of you jumped in the bag, and then I, as a small creature, were to infiltrate the secret class so we can kind of figure out what's going on, all of us be in that room so we could potentially thwart such said terrible plan, or at least gather information without being, possibly mind-controlled ourselves.
I love it. My question is, can living things go in the bag?
You will suffocate.
Can't I cast invisibility over myself and just go?
You can.
Madonna also has invisibility, but she didn't stay for this conversation.
No,
And
she
in
did
fact,
not.
I believe if you upcast invisibility, which yours would be, it's only second level. So yeah, it would apply to one person. So invisibility on yourself would work.
Okay.
I'll do that. I'll go with Cass. I'll go with you. They won't be able to see me, not because I'm 3 feet tall.
You'll see. Oh, okay.
Whatever. Let's make it happen. I'll go as a spider. It's cool.
Okay, do you want to be like actually on my person, or do you want to be on Lux? He's going to be on the ceiling. He's my guy in the sky.
I will take the low ground.
Okay.
I will take the low ground. I will keep on the down low underneath.
If
Stuffs.
any of you see Madonna, I guess let her know we're doing this after school, and if we don't see her, then
Don't worry. I'll catch up with her. I think I know how to find her.
okay, let her know about the melody. That seems to be her thing.
Sounds good.
Are you? So you're invisible at this point. You're gonna go invisible when you enter the room. That's what you decided. How are the rest of you going to enter, or is everyone else in agreement that you are all going?
So I'm gonna like just race down the hallway trying to catch my sister and hopefully catch her before her next class, or possibly catch her anywhere she may consistently hang out, and kind of shimmy up behind her and he's gonna jab her with an elbow and then drop a note in her hand, and then Jimmy's gonna walk away.
Nice. She's gonna lovingly slap him on the back of the head and take his note, try to read it. What does it say?
And as she unfolds it like what would that be? That would be hamburger, and then it folds out, and it goes and folds out, and I completely have written out the full explanation of the situation on a full sheet.
Did you write the music
to
notes?
every detail, and I made a little music chart down at the bottom of the music notes that
Jimmy's
Cass
got
told me.
perfect pitch.
Yep.
Jimmy's the one who's got perfect.
And I've just written out the full explanation of what the plan is and what each of our roles are, and I've gotten it broken down in a specific chart. I show a diagram of the room with the lizard on the top and me down at below, and then an outline of where Sienna would be.
Does he have like a plan of where he think Madonna should go?
He just has a question mark where Madonna equals question mark.
Hell y'all, if y'all don't know what I'm doing, then they won't know what I'm doing. Is also gonna go to the room and cast invisibility on herself and go in with them.
Okay, so just so I'm clear, we got one person who's wild shaping, 2 people going invisible. So on paper, it's only going to look like
Yes.
Cassandra. Okay.
Yep.
We're gonna go ahead and go to the end of the day, as we are all approaching the doorway to this particular schoolroom. Madonna and Sienna both go invisible. Jimmy, what are you turning into?
I am going to be a spider. You slowly skittering along the floor.
Go in, and Cassandra, you open up the door into the classroom, and what you find...
Little Lux is up above, following my steps in the same.
Yes,
up
Lux
above.
is up above. You see about 6 children at school desk, all face down, almost asleep at their desk.
Oh no.
At where the teacher's desk should be, you see to the side of it, sitting is Roxy Bloodaxe, and on the other side of it is Marisol Everfield. As you look around, you don't recognize all of the children sitting or lying on these desks, seemingly asleep or in some sort of trance, but one of the figures you do recognize is going to be Max. In front of the desk, with a newspaper raised high, Vance Success across the front, you see Nina's False, her silver-scaled face flicker up as she looks at Cassandra and says, "Ah, Cassandra, I have been expecting you." And she'll put her newspaper down as you see a device very similar to the one that Vander gave you going. And she goes, I do suppose the rest of your group is here.
No.
No. The machine disagrees, but,
Machine can go fuck itself.
well, no need for language like that, now is there? Anyways, there's no need for the pretense anymore.
No, I don't think so.
We know exactly what you're capable of, and quite frankly, we at Vant are ecstatic. It is everything we've been looking for, everything we've been working towards. And Mr. Heath will be happy to hear the success of yet another program.
Well,
You really have no idea who Mr. Vander was, do you? You look at me like I'm some sort of villain. I'm sure you feel that way about our company, but we could not be who we are if it wasn't for Mr. Vander. She'll pull out a small booklet that she's got, and on the front is an image of a songbird. She says, you really would not believe the things that he was able to pull off, especially during the tensions between us and Zemania. I mean, I couldn't even tell you everything. There's so many different projects that he was a part of, but...
Which is your favorite?
Oh, I do like when things become simple. And this particular book has always been fascinating to me. As you see, she says this, there's another side door to this particular schoolroom, and you see two more figures come out as Agent Kipler and the guy come out and say, Miss False, it's time. And she looks at you and says, well, I have no doubt you'll find us when the time comes. You are integral to our plan, and let's be realistic, dear. I know you know where our tunnels are, so have a fun time exploring. We are most fascinated to see how you'll deal with what you come up with and what you come up against. That being said, I can't have you following me. Did you know that Mr. Vander was so brilliant that he actually figured out a way to make Zemanian spies assimilate into believing that they were UR citizens? The perfect sleeper agent. Such a believable cover that the agents themselves were fully convinced that they are a UR citizen, and yet all it takes is the right word from a little, and things could change. And she will look at all of you and say, again, can't have you following us. Zuvaltu. As she says that word, one figure seems to come out of a trance. The songbird begins to whistle as you see the orange figure of Marisol Everfield stand up, take a number 2 pencil in both her hands and flip them around in her fingers with Zemanian accent and say, what are my orders? As Nina False looks at her and says, well, we can't be followed. Kill all of them. Start with the other children. And she begins to walk towards the other door. You'll see she takes the little book and she says, if you want to solve the little problem, you can do that, or you can try to chase us. Your call.
Before
and
she
throw
leaves,
it. Yes.
I'd like to cast suggestion.
You may try.
And I would like her to automatically fail while using one of my portent.
You've made a monster, Micah.
That requires somatic and verbal components, correct?
Yes. So if they have a reaction to counterspell or something like that.
Please give me a Constitution saving throw.
Constitution saving throw. Okay. That is a 16.
You will succeed as you see Agent Kipler pulls out a space-looking gun out of his hand and shoots some sort of arcane laser towards you. She's going to go ahead and make that wisdom.
I did say I'd use portent.
You did say you use portents. So yes, you can use portents. What are you giving her? A 9.
So, and she doesn't get to add any modifiers to it. And the DC save is 15, I believe.
Go ahead and give me the suggestion.
Okay. 25 words. People, you got me? Okay. Throw me everything on your person you don't want me to have.
Interesting. So she did throw the book, correct, towards the middle of the room. And her ultimatum was you can either try to save Marisol or follow us. Go ahead and give me the rest of your suggestion.
Is my understanding that Marisol is a sleeper agent and they activated her?
Yes.
Deactivate Marisol. Turn yourself into the police.
It's 25, right?
25.
Yeah. Oh, I have 20 so far. 20. I have 20 words so far. So I think you.
Nobody else is keeping track, huh?
I think Bethany is more right than you are, because I was at first.
Okay.
Is that what you want to end on?
And if I feel the power in the spell, say I've got a little more, I guess, I don't know. Is there any, social media or anything that she can do something publicly?
I mean, she is part PR agent.
I mean, also, do we want her escaping right now?
Well, I don't want her to get hit by any of us or something like that
That's true.
And I'm
You can tell
telling
her
her
to
to
stay
turn
in the
herself
corner.
into the police. I'll say, explain to them everything.
Okay. She's going to hesitate for a moment. The moment Agent Kipler sees you do this, he's going to turn his gun on her and shoot her.
It's if my allies do it.
Doesn't matter because of the nature of the gun.
Bro.
She will be hit with that as you see her collapse to the floor asleep. And Agent Kipler and the guy immediately grab her to start running. That is where we're going to end the session.